Tom, I'll leave the coffee here for you, said Emily. Thanks, Emily, I replied. Her sweet voice always brings peace to my heart. My name is Tom. I've lived a life without much luck with women. I'm a man in my 30s, but I never expected to find such an encounter in my new workplace. And just between us, Emily is the daughter of the company's CEO. None of my colleagues know this, but due to certain circumstances, I'm aware of it. She has this cute, slightly clumsy side to her. She always seems to trip over nothing. Whoa. That day, as usual, she tripped while carrying a stack of copied papers, spilling them and falling right on top of me. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Oh dear, I've fallen again. As I helped her up, feeling embarrassed but thinking she was cute. I was transferred here on her father's orders, and I'm grateful for that as it led me to meet her. Tom, could you let go of me now? Oh, sorry. Realizing what I was doing, I let go of her. She stood up, blushing slightly. I'm really sorry. I was told by my dad to work hard. Tears welled up in her eyes. It's okay. You're getting the hang of your job. I couldn't help but cheer her up. I wonder if my dad will recognize my efforts. He definitely will. You're doing great. That's a relief. Her smile returned. Seeing her smile made me incredibly happy. Just when I was thinking how great it would be to slowly watch over Emily, the CEO's daughter, with whom I've become close friends. Suddenly, a new female co-worker came into my life, bringing a whirlwind of business to my everyday routine. I'm Lisa, new here from the head office. Nice to meet everyone. She was Lisa, the new manager from the head office. The moment I saw her, I broke into a cold sweat. She seems intelligent and kind at first glance, but she's quite a handful. Tom, long time no see. She greeted me with a bright smile. Oh, it's been a while. Well, look at you, not so bright. You're quite the talk of the town among us. The only one who got demoted and sent away. Is that so? I quietly turned my face away, trying to ignore her. Lisa, the female manager, was notorious in the company for her sharp tongue. Such a lukewarm reaction after so long. Shouldn't you be more appreciative of me, an elite employee? Lisa smirked maliciously, her smile dripping with sarcasm. Just then, a spirited female voice came from behind. That's not true. He's a very competent employee. Oh, Emily, long time no see. I understand you're a highly capable person from the head office, Lisa, but I don't think it's right for you to talk about a colleague like that. What's with you, young lady? Quite bold, aren't you? Just a little girl puffing herself up. You're nothing but a dropout who can only serve coffee. Don't tag so high and mighty. I inwardly groaned at her harsh words towards Emily, the CEO's daughter. But only I and a few executives know that she's the daughter of the CEO. I can't reveal that here. As I worried, Emily, to my surprise, responded firmly to Lisa. Yes, I do serve coffee, but I do other work too, and I'm not acting high and mighty. I've never belittled others like you. Should a manager like you even be demeaning her subordinates like this? You're so annoying, young lady. What about you, old lady? What? Emily, maybe we should. Don't stop me. I mean, this is kind of a low-level argument. I desperately tried to calm them both. But Lisa and Emily just glared at me. Humph. I'll let you off this time, young lady. Hope you don't regret it, old lady. They glared fiercely at each other, arguing. Watching them, I felt utterly disheartened. One of those nights, I called Dad. He's my mentor and a benefactor. Whenever I have troubles at work, I always talk to Dad. Dad, I'm not sure I can keep up with this job. What? You were the one who wanted to try it. Today, there was a fierce clash between two women at work. I didn't take sides, but how are they doing now? They do their jobs seriously, but the atmosphere is tense and heavy. It's like I have a hole in my stomach. That's good. It's training to toughen up your stomach so it doesn't get a hole. That's a positive way to think about it. Dad just laughed heartily at my complaints. but hearing his laughter makes my own troubles seem smaller. Somehow, it gives me the strength to keep going a bit longer. But you know, it seems so fun there. Maybe I should come and visit. What? I mean, I'm thinking about visiting the branch for a tour. It's no big deal, right? I won't cause any trouble with work. Wait a minute. If you suddenly show up, everyone at the office will be shocked. Don't worry, I'll let them know in advance. All right then, that's settled. With that, Dad ended the call abruptly. I was left sweating again, listening to the dial tone of the ended call. And then, the day arrived. What's going on? The CEO is coming to our branch. Did someone mess up? He hardly ever comes here. What's this all about? Lisa, who had just arrived on a business trip, was in a bit of a panic. Emily looked anxious too. Oh no, Dad's coming. What if everyone finds out who I really am? It'd be so embarrassing if they knew the CEO's daughter is so clumsy. Emily seemed worried about her secret being revealed. In fact, Dad is none other than the CEO of the company I work for. That is, Emily's father. Due to certain circumstances, I was employed by Dad and ended up working at this branch. Hey everyone, how's it going? There he was, Dad, I mean, the CEO, had arrived. At the sound of his voice, all the employees straightened up. Lisa approached him with a subservient smile. Thank you for taking the trouble to come all the way here. Oh no, I wish he would just go back. Meanwhile, Emily, almost in tears, was preparing coffee for the CEO. And just as she was about to serve him the coffee, it happened. I've brought your coffee. Ugh. She tripped over nothing. Emily's special talent had unfortunately made its appearance. The tray she was holding described a perfect parabola, and the cup on it flipped over. The coffee ended up right on the CEO's lap. Hot, it's burning. The CEO's scream echoed around. What are you doing? Lisa exclaimed in near hysteria, accidentally dousing the CEO with water from a nearby vase in her agitation. Hey, that's cold. Towels. Sir, are you all right? Let's first check for burns and cool them down. Could you please come to a separate room? I'll go buy a new suit for you right away. All right. I led the drenched CEO to another room. Lisa and Emily stood frozen in place. My daughter. She really is a klutz. Indeed. As we wiped the CEO's suit with towels, we talked. So, from your perspective, has she grown? Yes, she's gotten much better at making coffee. Despite today's incident, she usually serves delicious coffee very gracefully, and her paperwork skills have improved significantly since she started. That's good to hear. She's trying in her own way. Luckily, the CEO wasn't badly burned. And we continued to talk about Emily. So, what do you think about her? Is she attractive? What do you mean? I've heard rumors that Lisa, the manager, seems to be interested in you. She's the type to be mean to those she likes. Heh. The CEO chuckled. I didn't come here to be in a rom-com. I know, but I'm the one who asked you to watch over my daughter. Well, yes, but officially, I was demoted, but in reality, I was employed to watch over Emily at the behest of the CEO. How many years ago was it that I met the CEO? Back then, I was working at the previous company, worn out physically and mentally from overwork. I found myself contemplating jumping onto the tracks while staring at them, and it was this CEO who spoke to me. After that incident, I quit my previous job and transferred to the company where the CEO, Dad, worked. I'm really grateful to you. Haha, I'd be at a loss without someone to share my worries with. I'm truly happy you became my special agent. But it would be a big deal if his daughter found out. What's the matter? If you become my son-in-law, everything will fall into place. I was taken aback by the CEO's words, accompanied by a wink. But having the CEO as a father-in-law is a bit. Why not? I'd be thrilled to have you as my son. The CEO beamed at me. Looking at him, I couldn't help but imagine that future. Thank you so much for the other day. Emily bowed her head. It's all thanks to you, Tom, that my father didn't get burned. I don't know how to thank you enough. No, it's part of my job. I smiled at her, and as she looked up, Emily's face brightened into a smile. If you don't mind, how about dinner tonight as a thank you? My treat, of course. Her words caught me off guard. Officially, it was just a thank you, but a dinner between a man and a woman sounded like a date. The CEO said last week that he wouldn't mind having me as a son. I remembered his words and broke into a cold sweat. Wait a minute. I thought she was cute, but I hadn't considered getting that close to her. What are you two doing? Slacking off at work? Lisa's angry voice echoed from the back of the office. We're not slacking. I just invited him for dinner. Is there a problem? Dinner? Lisa seemed shocked by Emily's triumphant declaration. Well, whatever. What do you see in such a guy, Humph? If I were to get married, I'd prefer someone like Tom. What did you say? Lisa reacted dramatically to Emily's words. Enough with this argument, please. I was thinking just that when the ringtone of my smartphone began to sound. Sorry. I have a call for work. I need to go. Wait a minute. Ignoring the two of them, I headed to the break room on the floor. The caller was the CEO. With a bad feeling, I answered the phone. What are you calling at this time? Well, I thought by now my daughter might have made a move on you. Did she invite you to dinner? So, it was your doing. Just a little advice. My daughter seems to be quite interested in you and wanted to get closer, so I told her to invite you to dinner. I sighed deeply at the CEO's cheerful words. It seems he really wants to see me and Emily together. Thinking about why he would want that, I replied to the CEO. All right, I'll join her for dinner today, but please refrain from such advice in the future. What? Don't you want my daughter as your wife? It's not that. I just want to figure out things about her on my own. Oh, I see. I didn't realize you were thinking so seriously about my daughter. Thank you. The CEO responded, and after hearing his words, I ended the call. Then, with a sigh of relief, I muttered to myself. I can handle things myself without his help. I do have feelings for Emily. I wanted to respond to her feelings on my own terms. Can we continue our conversation? Yes. Emily called me from outside the break room. Actually, I have something to tell you. This is the time for me to boldly express my feelings as a man. I'm fully determined. I straightened my tie. Thanks to that dad who saved my life, I was able to meet her. I cherish the encounters with both him and her, and I intend to hold on to them for a lifetime.